For this activity, I have created an infant and toddler creative expression and art growth development activity. The title of my activity is the Tiny Seed Planting and Expression Activity. And for this activity, I would say it's more for the 4-year-old age range. The goal for this activity is that the students will show excitement and follow instructions during the process of planting a seed. And the objectives I used to guide this activity and create the specific goal for the activity are: students will ask questions and learn new information about the process of how a seed and how it grows, and that the students will be able to describe what they did during the planting the seed activity vividly and descriptively. And the third objective is the students' expressions and actions will show that they represent that they enjoyed the activity. And the guidelines that I use to go with these objectives and how I develop the objectives are: seeks out new information and explores new play and tasks both independently and with adult support, which will be a part of the planting the seed activity. And the shows delight in creating something new, planting their seed, and shows interest and curiosity about the world around them. And that will be the process of planting a seed, how it grows, and the sunlight used to help the seed grow. The vocabulary introduced are process, seed, root, stem, and weed. And the materials needed are the book The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle, construction paper. I don't have any construction paper on me, but to represent that, I have notebook paper, markers, and soil, seeds, a small container, and this can even be a small brown pot or a plastic container, child scissors, and glue, which I do not have on me, but that can be purchased at the Dollar Tree, anything like that. The teacher interaction in this activity will be very important. The teacher will guide them by explaining to them what they will be doing, explaining that they will be reading a book today, that they will even be planting their own seed. It is important that she is present during the whole activity, because they will be doing something probably new than what they have ever done before, and they will need her support and guidance, putting the seed in, putting the soil in, taking it out to the sunlight, things like that. Her supervision will definitely be needed throughout this activity. And kind of my description for this activity is that the students will read a book, The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle, and this book will introduce the process of how a flower grows and all the steps the seed experience along the way. After the reading, the students will follow their teacher to the table. Each student will get a small container to plant their own seed. They will go through this process together as a group, and the teacher will plant her own seed as well. After they plant the seed, they will put it by the window to sit in the sunlight. There is no window in the classroom. They will walk together outside and place them on the sidewalk. After they place the seed in the sunlight, they will clean the tables off as a class, and once the table is clean, they will participate in an art activity. The students can be creative and create what they think their flower will look like after it sprouts. That's where the markers, the construction paper, the scissors will come into play. And the activity will represent new ideas to the students and what it takes for a seed to become a flower. The students will follow instructions given by their teachers to participate in new tasks and complex actions. The assessment questions that can be used in this activity to see if they master these objectives are: what color are you going to make your flower? What was your favorite step when you were planting your seed? And what helps a seed grow into a flower? And that can just kind of help the teacher know, if they remember some of these steps to planting a flower, what helps the seed grow, such as the sunlight, and that shows that they show interest in the outside world and how new things can form and grow. And then the what colors is your flower going to be? That just shows that they might show delight in creating something new and being able to pick their own color. So this activity is developmentally appropriate because it follows these standards for the 4-year-old age range, and the activity utilizes the standards given for creativity, and the engagement in this activity follows these standards by giving opportunities for the students to use their cognitive skills and creativity by following instructions and creating their own flower.